Well, what happened last time? We fought a bunch of UNT, like 20 of them. It was a lot.
We did do that. I proved I was the better warlock.
Yeah, better than all of those UNTs.
By flipping them off and then one-shotting both of them.
But then, unfortunately, Vaughn couldn't get a break.
No.
No such thing as break.
Yeah. We saw Lord Soric in his full dragon form fighting a dragon that came out from underground with someone holding a magical domed shield over them, countering his lightning breath. So that's not good. And based on initiative, apparently, Akira's ready to go. He's ready to throw down.
He's ready to fucking go.
No one fucks with my lord.
Let's have a few more things to fix. Right. Because they don't have their dex modifiers on these sheets.
Yeah, if you get an extra $6 sometime, I'd definitely recommend subbing to the D&D Beyond importer.
I definitely feel like I should do that for all of 120 NPC sheets.
Yeah, I think I imported over 4,000 monsters.
Yeah.
It also imports your homebrew stuff as well.
Beautiful.
But the looks of it, we need to fight our way through this marketplace full of Malicents and UNT people to get to Soric.
Yeah.
Phase 2 has begun.
Phase 2 has begun. Alright.
Starting with Wrath, apparently.
Yeah, Grath was apparently ready.
Readier.
On the road for the hunt. So he is going to...
There you go.
15. And then... Still under the effects of the battle ballad, so 10 more feet.
-5 because he had to run through me.
Yep, so right there. That's what he can do. He's gonna hold the dodge action. Oh, let's do that.
Something you might like in is I found if you go to the settings on this whole churn order thing, which I got for my game, you can turn on an option to mark where the current token has started the churn, so you know how far they've gone exactly.
Combat track?
So, he's gonna be moving forward. Oh, actually, before I move forward, do I hear any people, or is it just the sound of battle? Oh, or just the sound of battle?
Just the sound of battle. It looks like everyone that was in this marketplace had either perished or escaped.
I'm under the effects of battle ballad too, so I get the extra 10 feet. You said?
Yep.
It's not worth moving. It's not worth moving that far up.
I just need to see how long battle ballad lasts. 1 minute, so there is about 20 seconds. You got 4 more rounds of battle ballad.
Okay, I'm going to attack this Malison with a spell.
Okay.
Just normal shield touch.
Normal chill touch.
Only 11.
11?
Yeah.
That just missed.
Yeah, I've been getting kind of unlucky.
Did you remember the +2 to attacks because of Battle Ballad?
No.
So that would be a 13.
Go with that hit then.
Yes, that would.
To the 2. I'll take it. Nope.
Yeah. Battle Ballad.
11.
11.
11 necrotic. And he cannot heal if he has the ability to do so. I don't feel
11.
like shifting is necessary yet. So I won't shift yet. Instead, I'll use my bonus action. Oof, I gotta start saving stuff, and I'm down to 6 spell slots.
Yeah, your Siz's turn, you use your last healing.
It last healing on my Sid turn. So that said, seeing as the Sid turn is no longer magical, shit, I already used my action. Next turn, I'll equip my shield.
Okay.
But for now, that's it. That's all I got.
That's all you have. Okay.
Ooh, it says I cannot ping a token. It says I cannot ping a token I do not see. That's nice.
Okay. So next in the combat order. That one. There is an exchange of words you guys do not hear, as well as exchange of items.
I can't imagine why we can't hear it.
This pure blood.
Are they aware that we are here?
They are aware of battle coming from you guys, and Graf was not sneaking.
Okay.
So, see that.
Oh, I forgot something.
What do you forget?
Zara.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
just gonna.
Do that real
Yeah, I'm just gonna have Zara just move up here by me and hold her action to bite if someone get close. That's it.
Perfectly fine. All right. So back to this one. Yeah. There. It's going to hold on to the clasp, and it seems to radiate that greenish blue light yet again.
Or warlocks are holding the hunt down.
And let's see them. Would not be able to. Okay. So +5. That. 10. Both miss. Coming to the end of that turn.
Another pure blood.
Pure Bud just is able to notice you and say, "Uh-oh, who dropped?"
I think it was. Yeah, it was Juan.
Gonna take cover underneath this little banister. It gives her no cover, but you know
Yeah.
where she's sitting. And then going to strike out at you using the same method. Gonna attack because they don't know who you are, but they see a little dragon, so they're gonna aim for that.
Nope. And
nope. All right. Next in initiative order.
Unknown. That is a creepy looking person.
That is a lovely little mask.
Can you hear me?
Yes, welcome.
All right, I'm home now.
Okay.
All right.
Your turn will be coming up shortly. You have a few people in front of you.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
What you gonna do, bud?
Successfully logged in to the world.
So, Holson. You're our resident warlock killer right now. I don't know if you can hear me, but that mind whisperer, that's a prime warlock. These people, they're not real warlocks. You haven't seen a real Yuan-Ti warlock yet. The mind whisperer is your competition.
Okay, he's gonna do that. That's fun.
I enjoy that Godzilla sound we heard.
Huh?
Just the There Be Dragons. Wonder Roars is definitely just ripped off from Godzilla.
I got it from a free thing, so I was like, ooh.
Yeah, it is what it is, but it's absolutely funny that I just heard Godzilla.
Right.
Oh, Jamui.
Yeah, we're in a situation.
Yeah.
It's range too, which is unfortunate for you. I don't know if you have any range attacks.
No, but I can cover some distance.
I didn't do any perception check, but Lycan told me that there seems to be nobody here that we can save. So there's no point in trying to put out the fires right now. Now we're already attacked.
Alright, they're going to utilize their bow and strike out. And graph.
So is the fight between Sork and whatever the heck this thing is out of this map, or?
It's ahead of you, past these people.
Gotcha.
So yeah, we need to fight our way through this group to get to them.
And I do have a health counter for Sorik. So
Don't forget that it's at disadvantage to attack.
it is a disadvantage to attack Grath.
Yeah, he dodged.
That is correct.
No go.
Would have missed either way.
Oh, okay.
So that's good. Alright. So many things. Mind Whisperer.
And now the true warlock foe.
It's that one and mine.
Do we see the Mind Whisperer?
Oh, you're about to.
Oh.
I caught a glimpse of one.
As one of them flies up to this overhead.
Oh, these ones fly. You say this overhead, we don't see them, but I assume they see us.
I'm raising his altitude. To know where you're at. Elevation. Oh. So that is going to be 15 feet. Or is it elevation or token height? Token height.
And whatever's in the upper left. When you right click the token in the upper left, it's the height.
Oh, okay. So I picked it off. So it's the upper left. Left, 15. And they do see a lot of you. They have vision better on Grath and Akir.
Yeah, I don't think they see Vaughn or Quill or Wyona because they're behind tents and probably having a hard time seeing me because of all of these.
Yeah. So... They're gonna hold an action.
They hold it.
Alright.
Buffa.
Beefy. Buffa. Alright. Feet, get in front of you. And... Buffa, buffa, buffa. What you gonna do? Buffa, buffa, buffa. It's all up to you. You do not have much of the way of spells, but you're going to do this anyways. So, seeing you strike out at the malice, and he strikes down with his great sword and extends forward a ring of chimes. And we'll do Toll the Dead. Gotta make a Wisdom saving throw.
At advantage.
Advantage.
Magic resistance is neat.
Yeah, magic resistance is neat. What's also neat is that they only have a 1 to wisdom. Ah, the fail. That succeeds. So he don't like that. Fortunately, there's nothing really he can do about it. Saving onto those spells, and fortunately for him, that's all he can do at this moment. Wyona.
Well, no.
She is going to use her bonus action to lovingly keep doing battle.
The ballad battle.
And keep. Actually, going to stay right there. Let's see what she can do. She's saving that. She's not doing that. She's just gonna do a quick healing word on a cure.
Yay.
Nope, she can't do that because it's bonus action.
Oh, well.
She'd like to. So instead, she's just going to do a forceful declaration against this Mellison that's shot at Graph. Mellison must make dexterity saving throw, or strength saving throw. Advantage. 14. 18. Unfortunately, it doesn't do anything.
Got Vaughn now?
And now we go to Vaughn.
Hey,
No,
Vaughn.
it is
Don't forget you have plus 10 to your movement speed.
Oh.
Because of Wyona.
She did the thing?
Yep.
It's concentration up to a minute.
We don't lose it until her turn on round 4.
Can I run through that? Or do I have to go around?
That one's difficult terrain, just in general, because
All right.
fruit boxes and things like that.
All right. So that's 30 feet. I have 50 feet of movement. All right. So first, yeah, the space button. Vaughn's gonna run. I can't. I'm not sure if it's just me, but my token isn't producing a kind of like aura, like vision, like I'm grayed.
Yeah, gray.
That's
The
because you have dark
gray.
vision.
Yeah, the gray is dark vision. In dark vision, you don't see color.
Gotcha. Okay, I wasn't sure what was going on there. Okay, so Vaughn will jet past right up next to you, pretty much in step with you because of how these turns work. And he'll just kind of you'll see him kind of in a defensive posture after you cast your spell, and he'll just kind of call out to you just loud enough for you to hear in the chaos of combat. Ashbringer, how do we end this conflict? What needs to be done?
We must reach Sarek. And for now, you see those? And I'll point to the Mind Whisper on the building that just saw fly up, because I'm assuming if it can see me, I can see it.
You
Actually,
do
no,
not see it.
Actually, no, I can't see it.
Nope.
Oh, well. I'll point at the spellcasters. They are the dangerous ones. Take out these ones, and I point towards the Fluid Blood that tried fighting Eldritch Blast as Zara and missed.
Vaughn will look. I can't do anything about them, but I can keep. He points at all of the other ground units. I can keep them from harrying you, so you can focus them. Understood. And then Vaughn will finish his movement right here. That's the full 50 feet of movement. And I will rage into the scorpion stance, which will allow me to reach and do a scorpion spear against the pure blood.
All right.
So scorpion spear. 21 to hit.
That hits.
All right. Making sure I don't have any bonus. Yep. Okay. For a total of 13 points damage. Dang it.
That was 13. Still
Wait.
up.
That was about as close to max damage on a single hit as I could get, so
Not bad.
Not bad.
yeah. Yeah, that's Vaughn's turn.
Okay. Next is this Malison. If I just hold it, it actually takes me to them, which is nice. Seeing Vaughn there, just gonna go right there to intercede.
Mm-hmm.
And going to do a bite and a slash.
22 AC because of Winona, right?
You have +1, so yeah.
Yep, 22.
Let's see if it matters.
Hey.
Wow, that almost did it.
It didn't hit. All right, cool.
Wow, you were close, man.
The one does matter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that would have been bad. It was the bite too.
Yeah, no, I would have definitely used my reaction on that one.
All right, sweetness. That was funny. All right, that's its turn. Quill. Awesome.
Sorry, I was looking at the stuff on his sheet. Let's see, where are you, buddy? Where are you? He's all the way back here. Jesus Christ. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I can't see anything still, I guess.
Wait. Hold on. I might have fucked up on Quill. 1 second.
No, it's okay. Like, I can see, like, the firelight, I guess. I guess it's nighttime.
It is night.
But with Quill being right there, I don't know how tall this is.
That's about 8 feet tall.
Okay. Well, then I will not have gone that far, and I will stop here so that I can shoot this Malison.
Mm-hmm.
And, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? I will shoot. Well, I'll do firebolt until I get closer. So I guess 2d10, but let's roll. +12 plus things.
So that hits.
And we will 2d10 plus. Is it just 2d10 or plus something?
Plus his intelligence modifier.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I assume.
It is +4.
Oh, it's +4. I see that now that the sheet finally opened up. Roll. 14! To the Malison. He is on fire, I guess. It'll be this guy. And with that, he's going to take the rest of his 30 movement and then get right here.
Minus 14. Alright.
He's making his way. That's it. He has no other things that he wants to do.
Next in turn, Reese, followed up by Holson. Alright, Reese. What are you gonna do? That side's a little full, so he's gonna go to the opposite side.
It is a little full.
Get all the way over there. He is going to range again. He is going to reckless. As you just see a torrent of flurrying. Oh. Something refreshed on here. Okay. A flurry of slashes. So.
Oh no! It starts again.
Oh, it hits because it's reckless.
Oh.
Okay. Next one.
Reese is cursed.
This is the second one that definitely hits. Yep. So all three hit. might not have needed to do all 3 on him. Yeah, he did. So, just confirm the kill and moves 5 feet forward. Alright. After his turn,
It's Holson.
Holson, who spends the entire
Oh,
time
boy.
getting there, but
I'm
you
sprinting.
technically have an action.
Oh, I have an
You-
action.
You can't move, but you have an action.
Yeah.
Let me do something really quickly and can I see anybody? Like, no.
Technically,
I'll-
no.
I guess I'll hold my action until I see someone that would be aggressive.
And shoot him.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
hold some Eldritch Blast.
I mean, you could use your action to dash.
I could use my action to dash, you're right. Never mind. There you go. Okay.
Dude.
If you look at Blute's fucking vision, it's funky.
I really do need to... Where's the boy?
He's on you.
Here, let me...
Alternatively, you can also just put Blood off to the side until he jumps off her, so he doesn't need to continuously follow her around.
How do I switch vision?
Just click him.
Just click him.
I have clicked him twice.
You can
Well,
not
if
see
you
it?
haven't selected as a token,
I just...
like you can control Blood, right? Like you can move him around and stuff.
Should be able to.
No.
That's why you don't have control of him yet.
Waits for everyone.
I only have Quill.
I will get Blute's thingy.
Yeah, because I'm
configure
I'm clicking him and nothing is happening.
ownership. There you go.
So try clicking Blood now.
Okay. What
Tremor sense,
That's what he's
baby.
doing.
going on?
Tremor sense, baby.
I see everything and everyone.
Yep. It's real funky.
I like him. I'm gonna stay on him. I think he's just neat.
It's pretty neat.
He's
All
pretty
right.
neat, yes.
Pretty neat.
We got Malisons now. So I'm not sure if you're here when I said this, Holson, but your real competition for warlocks are those mind whisperers.
Okay.
Because the purebloods, they're minor warlocks. Those mind whisperers, they're true full-fledged warlock casters. And they're not afraid to fuck you up. How much can Holson see with her 120-foot dark vision?
A lot. I could see a lot. I could see the whole, I could see the whole thing. Like, Blood can only see up to a certain point, but I can see the entire board.
Hell yeah.
If it's got a fire on it, I can see it.
Oh, that's far. That's all the way back.
Uh-huh.
Oh. I'd also like to point out that the Mind Whisper UNT has advanced magic resistance, as opposed to the other UNTs.
I don't know what that means.
The other UNTs only have advantage on saving throws against spells. Mind Whispers have the Mind Whisper UNTs have advantage on every saving throw against anything magical. Oh, nat 20.
You.
That nat 20 wasn't a bite, was it? I guess I'll never know.
I'm muted because I got a phone call, sorry.
Oh,
It was bite. It was also advantage.
right, reckless.
Also, please don't look at my whisper while we're going against it.
Ah, no, Mind Whisper. Akira rolled high on his intelligence check.
Yeah. So yeah, only one hits. The natural 20 hits. So that's gonna hurt.
Really, the 20? Oh yeah, the 23 was the same attack.
Yeah. So it's going to be 1d4 plus 3 plus 2d4.
2d4 plus 3 plus 4d6.
4d6. That's not terrible. So he has.
No, that could have been worse. That could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, it could have been way worse. So he has the physical damage, which is 4. So 9 there. No,
Yeah, his physical damage
Plus 3.
was 8.
6, 8. So halves that, so minus 4, and then takes the full poison damage because he's not a totem barbarian. So
It's 9 damage.
you're right. There is that.
I mean, he got kind of lucky there. 13 damage against a crit.
That's that Malison. And there's this Malison. That's right.
This one that's around somewhere. Is that the one that I shot with the thing? No.
Yeah. This one is going to move. Yeah, he's gonna move right. Yeah, right there.
Oh,
Game paused. Gonna go strike out at you, sir. +1. Bite. Stay up.
nope.
Nope. Goody goody.
You live another day, Vaughn.
Mind whispers.
I'm afraid of them because I don't know where they are. Oh, now I know where they are.
Yeah. Yeah, I know where they are. I could see them.
See them soon, and Akira will be like, oh, fuck. Eventually. When I'm in line of sight, you bastard.
They speak to each other. And I need to.
Oh, I was trying to wonder where I've seen this map before. One of my first D&D games, I think it was actually like my second one. The lady who was DMing had the same exact map.
Yeah, I guess she's also what's it called? Subscribe to their Patreon. I love this person's maps. They're so great.
Yeah, I was like, this map looks so insanely familiar, but I cannot for the life of me remember where it was.
I need Vaughn to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
God no.
As this Mind Whisperer drops down onto me. Yep.
You got this, Vaughn. Is it against the charm effect?
It is against a charm effect.
Because elf.
Because elf. So.
Are you there, Vaughn?
Are you there? Oh no, he's doing the thing.
Can you hear us, Vaughn? Clap twice if you're free. Okay, yes. So, roll wisdom at advantage against the charm effect. Oh, he's gone.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Wisdom at advantage. 21.
Okay, let's see. Pretty sure that fucking does it.
Yeah. Unless it's like a CR30 Mind Whisperer.
You don't know?
I don't know. All I know is I don't like fighting
okay.
against monsters.
Cool.
You good?
You're all good. You don't know what happened.
Feel a tingle in the back of your mind for a moment.
You're not just charming me, you gotta charm all four of us. What? It's weird.
I'm sorry,
Alright.
that was fucking great.
Two. It's up here.
Charm me, charm my whole family, boy.
It's gonna take its attacks. One, two. Do-do-do-do. And 3. Technically, misses. All right, but he doesn't miss the two. Do-do-do. 4. Nine.
It will be 9.
Minus 18. That is Graph as he comes out slicing with his Dragon Claw sickle. Kier.
Okay. Place got a little crowded over here. And I'm assuming moving through any part of this tends to difficult terrain, right?
Any of these tents, yes, it'll be terrain. I do have to do one thing.
Okay. Spread the fire.
Spread that there. Keep going. All good.
Okay. I'm just going to do the bonus action lift off. Lift off that you told me about, where I can fly 30 feet, and then if I'm still near at the end, I glide down. So I fly 30 feet over here and land on the far side of the building.
Okay.
And I'm gonna
Fly
dash. I'm gonna dash because I think I need to. Oh, there he is. Oh, now I see him, and I'm gonna be like, nope, get behind some cover. And Zara, because I did not use my bonus action to command her, she just stays on my side.
That's Baba.
Ah, it is Botha. Let go of him. I don't want him. So she flies over there and she used her action to dodge because I didn't command her.
Okay.
That'd be me.
Alrighty. It'll be you.
Yep.
Next
Can you guys
is-
still hear me?
Yes, hello.
Okay. I'm just going to be checking in from time to time because I don't know.
It was weird that it just popped up last week.
Yeah, no, I'm really mad about it. It's happening again, like before. Like when we first started playing.
Yeah, it was good there for a few months.
A year?
Yeah. I have no idea where this Malison is. But he's plotting something. And I don't like it. Is Vaughn okay there?
Oh, Vaughn's fine.
Yeah, you got Botha by your
I-
side, but it's
I-
also your last rage.
Mm-hmm.
As you hear screaming and grunting
Well, okay.
from the outward position back behind the Mind Whisperers. You only hear that, Akir.
Because I'm close enough?
Yep.
Okay. Is it... Okay, so that said, what type of screaming and grunting is it? Humanoid, or is it serpentine? Dragon?
It is serpentine screaming mixed with dragonoid, and it sounds like multiple voices
Okay.
are piercing through. Pure blood. Do 2 on the main man, Reese.
And making himself a real tasty target with that recklessness.
And that's what he's there for.
If he somehow blinds Tolson again during this fight, I will be ecstatic.
Kill him.
So, 1, 2. All right, that's hits.
Alright, I'm still listening, but I'm gonna go mute for a while while I make myself something to eat.
Okay, you do that.
Hey,
Both hit. So, 10 plus. What was it? 3. Plus 3. Yeah. Lot of damage. 17. Alrighty. There's that one. Good at that one. And I need
Oh.
to do. Well, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Vaughn?
Yep.
Constitution saving throw. Did I get hit by something?
You're about to.
No. Not that great. Not at advantage. A 9.
All right. As you see this pure blood grasp upon the amulet, and then just see her gullet expand and spew towards the Malisons and you. You're gonna take poison damage
Oh, yippee.
as the spell Poison Spray has been cast. And it is 2d12.
Disgusted.
So you take 13 points of poison damage,
Fun.
and that is it.
Nope. Why did everything go gray for me?
Why did everything go gray?
If you unselect your token, you don't see what your token sees anymore, so it's just gray.
Oh! Okay. So, okay. That makes sense.
Unknown. It's doing some
That's
stuff.
Also, Past Me was a fucking genius. Past Me bought myself some fried chicken. Hell yeah.
Nice. Next is this Mind Wisp. He has some elevation. He sees people not injured in certain spaces. He's going to strike out at Grath.
Be right back.
Oh, that's a D10. I need a D20. Thank you. Misses. And that's a natural 20 to Graph. 2d10 plus 3. This Graph takes 16 points of force damage. 16. That's what that guy's gonna do. Baby.
Help me. Help me, Tom Cruise.
Help me. So, Batha is going to move here. Cast Toll the Dead on Pure Blood. Pure Blood. Advantage, but only +1. (15) 19. Fails, but he could still do an attack using his bonus action against Malison. Due to the +2 to attack rolls. He's doing big swing. So, since you're there, he gets a fair amount of bonus.
Mm-hmm.
That sucks. That actually sucks because that's one off, and the +5 is with all the bonuses.
Well,
It would have been great. We missed. Oh well.
sometimes it be like that.
Sometimes it'd be like that, you know. Here, continuing the ballad because it's doing a lot of work. another strength saving throw. Gets this Malison has advantage. And
No, I should.
nice for them to succeed.
Oh, I
saving-
thought that was an attack. Sorry.
Nope. So that is failure towards Winona. She's getting pissed off, and now it's Vaughn.
All right. Vaughn reaches into his side pocket, grabbing the green jade stone. Clutches it in his hand, closing his eyes, taking a deep breath as he calls forth to it, going into his Oni stage. So you see him again grow up to the 7 foot tall mountain of muscle, just now before shorter than the Malison, now towering over the Malison. And as he reaches back for a strike, and he takes his fist and punches over the Malison straight at the pure blood, because I have range and I can do this, for an Oni spear. It's going to be 24.
24 does hit.
Bonuses alone.
Yep, it's dead.
Mm-hmm. Non-lethal.
Conscious.
Mm-hmm. And then, what I'm going to do... Can I jump over the Malison?
I will require a athletics check.
An athletics check? Probably shouldn't do that then. If it was acrobatics, that'd be a different thing, but I understand why it's athletics. So all this is difficult terrain, right?
Yep. And
All right.
a lot of it's getting caught on fire.
Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cycle around, taking the attack of opportunity this way,
Okay.
and then all the way around to here.
You're good.
It's a miss. And yeah, so for this turn, I can help Botha try and get a better hit. But next turn, because of what Akir told me was the victory condition, I am going after helping Sork. And that's my turn.
All right. Malison. Seeing you get behind him, but also this guy swinged at you. Person going farther behind the lines is going to be focus, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
So, bite, swing,
Nope.
missiles,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's Quill's turn.
Ooh, what is this boy gonna do? I gotta zoom in.
Probably rotating.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Wait, what? Is he flying?
No.
He got it to melee? Jesus.
I can't see. I've like zoomed out too far, and at this point, I'm too afraid. Yes. Hey, Vaughn.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe I would stay here, but
Okay. That's difficult terrain.
yeah, that's fine. I'm just trying to think this through. I need a cone. That's where I'm staying. I need a cone.
Okay.
God, I accidentally hit blue stuff. Great. Let's see. Okay. So maybe I would step up one more,
Okay.
but no, no, no. I'm truly horrible at this. So I'm going to step up one more and then delete. Is there a way to do that without getting, like if I cast from the center, it wouldn't hit Vaughn?
Drop down
Like,
the cone
okay.
so I can see.
Yeah, the cone will show you everything. It automatically targets what, or shows which places are targeted.
How much
So-
of the cone is
It's just 15.
so
It's
that's
not a lot.
Does my square get highlighted?
What?
No. My square
No.
doesn't get highlighted, so yeah.
I'm gonna try to angle it to where I don't hit Botha either, but
To me that it only hits 3 squares.
Yeah,
Okay,
as it is right
I'm gonna-
now, it only hits us 2 Malisons.
I'm gonna cast Frost Fingers. And it's a 15-foot cone, and they have to make Constitution saving throws
Okay.
or take 2d8 cold damage. But I'm gonna cast it at. You know what? I'll cast it at first level. I don't care.
Okay. First level. So at advantage. So that's 1 save. That's 2 save.
Well, okay, that's fine. They still
they
take
count?
half that though.
Okay.
It's on 3 squares, right? Both Malicents and the Pureblood.
Your blood's dead.
Oh, the Pureblood. I didn't even see that. Never mind.
Well,
Never
Pureblood's
mind.
unconscious.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's about to be.
If you-
It's
if
about
you
to be dead.
see- Yeah, it's if you see the actual coloring, if you like unselect his token, you actually see that it's actually 1, 2.
And
3
also,
square.
I was wrong last time. It is on the square that he's aiming at, so you can get a little bit farther if you move the cone 1 square forward.
Don't want him to get further. It's fine. Mm-mm.
Yeah, you put it there and then rotate it so it hits everyone but Vaughn, and kill that Pureblood if you want to.
Everybody takes 4 damage of cold damage.
Okay. So it's the one in front?
Yeah, it's the direction you're aiming. Example 1.
Yeah.
That's not what I wanted.
It's Malison and then the other Malison. And I guess the Pureblood too. I don't want Vaughn though.
You're gonna get Vaughn regardless.
Yeah, I'd rather
You can
just
only-
back Quill up and then
Right.
just shoot them right here.
Yeah, right now she doesn't get Vaughn.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to hurt any of my team, but I'll let them take 4 damage. 4
Okay.
cold.
Phase 1 takes 4 damage.
I was kind of hoping maybe they would do worse, but they did not.
All right.
That's what he can do. Don't mind me. Won't be casting Frost Fingers again.
Reese. All right. Reese is going to move right here. And is going to kick back his sword. So it hits Pure Blood.
I love it. Thank you.
So that hits. Trying to kill his fucking Pure Blood because he just got hit with 16 points of damage.
Yeah, no, that force damage, man, really bypasses the whole being a barbarian thing. I understand why. I have always known why Totem Barbarian is so appealing, but gosh dang.
This one is dead. Then proceed to take the next 2 strikes. This guy +2. Bam. 15. 11. 24. Oh, so close. All right. Next person in the turn order. Also.
It's me.
It's you.
Oop, sorry, I was trying to measure something out. 5, 10, 15, 20. Are these like high or can I shoot through them?
About 8 feet. You can shoot through them,
Oh,
but
good.
unless you have spell sniper, it'd be +2.
That's a good question. I can't remember if that. I don't think that's one of the ones I'm learning. No, it's not. That's fine. So then I'll get here. And I'll just shoot this guy. And we'll do I'm just like hurling gosh, what am I doing? I am gonna hurl some neat little, like, since Quill just cast a cold spell, I'm gonna take that from the air and just throw like ice essentially at them. So 2 Eldritch blasts that are ice themed. One of them is gonna go to this guy, and then we're gonna see if I want to throw another one at this guy.
No problem.
Attack. Normal.
That hits.
Damage. Normal. How's he doing? Still up?
That one? This one, right?
Yeah. The one that's kind of hurt already. So this one.
It's 11.
Okay. I will.
I think she targeted the other one.
Yeah, the other guy.
Oh,
Trying to get rid of him.
it's 11.
I'll get him later, but I want to get rid of at least one of them.
It's 11.
Okay, I'll throw the other Eldritch Blast at him. Boo. Normal. 17.
That hits.
And then we'll do some damage. Normal.
Oh.
7. Could have been so much better, but it was not.
-7.
So that's 18 cold damage.
All right.
And then Blued, if they come after me, is going to hold his attack for when they step like within 5 feet of me.
Okay.
Whichever Malison decides to run. I'm dangerously close to flames.
Malison. He's gonna go for Graph. Actually, no, he's gonna go for Reese because he's behind him. Right from the line. One to Reese. 2 to Reese. Misses both times.
It will be 6.
It will be 6. That one is going to go for Vaughn. He's behind enemy lines. Can't let you get closer.
I don't think there's not much he can do about it after this.
Rolling bad. All right.
Mhm. Ron is much more focused than he was before.
I need Quill to make a wisdom saving throw.
Will?
Yeah.
Let me look up his wisdom save really quickly, and I will roll it. 2, 5.
5?
No, he's got a +5.
Okay.
There you go. He's
Thank
good.
you.
I don't know what it was for, but
Yes.
you leave my boy alone.
Maybe. Maybe not.
You leave him alone. He's done nothing to you ever.
Bring it.
Oh,
That just hits because of flanking. So in bonuses alone, this one is dead.
even on a natural 1?
Oh wait, that's a natural one? Oh, it is a natural one. So I have to roll a D100.
He.
I mean, what does... Oh. Yeah. But even on a natural 1, he still hits these things? Jesus.
They only have a 12 AC.
Mm-hmm.
So, bonuses alone, it's dead. Just moving forward. Kier's turn. Fire spreads. Oh no!
Oh, you got lucky on the spread there.
I know. That's very dangerously close to me.
I do need Holson make a dexterity saving throw.
No!
So I'd also need it from Blue too.
I think
No.
technically you are in the fire because of the way the grid works. It is in your square.
Yeah, it is. You said dex save.
Dexterity saving throw.
Here's mine.
Me too.
just Andy. Let me find Blood. And then Blood has a +2 to dex saves. Roll. He's also kind of okay, I guess.
Okay, you'll take half.
No! My boy!
The minimum of damage you can take is 1. So you both take 2 points of fire damage.
Ouchies.
And you are not on fire.
Oh, good. That's nice.
Also on this turn,
Yes.
get to roll a lovely environmental action.
Don't mind me.
Here,
Just
go ahead and roll me a D4.
D4. 1.
Ah. Okay. I'm going to narrate this now. I need... Actually... I need to roll... Who would like to roll me a D4?
I'll roll a D4.
Okay.
1.
1.
Cool. You guys are not in there.
Oh,
so
okay.
This is going to be great.
We're not in anywhere. What?
As you see the two titans of dragons, Sorik and this other brown-scaled and wrapped draconic serpentine figure, clash, breaking down buildings, throwing about debris. You see in this strip none of y'all are in there.
Ooh.
But in this strip, debris be flung.
Graf
Well,
just missed it.
Graf
Graf
just jammed
just
his
missed
nose,
it.
just,
Like, he's about to
Everyone
walk
there
in
would
and
have
something
had to
flies
make
in.
Dexterity saving throws or take 4d6 bludgeoning.
So basically, what I'm seeing is like all of this like shit is being thrown and like tossed.
does
And
that
Graf
technically
is just
put out
like-
the fires?
No, it spreads.
And then like Graf gets like his nose like nicked by like a board or something. It's like, ooh, it's a little too much.
As more light shows up because of fire. This is fun. Kier.
Okay. So I can't have those mind whisperers up there sniping at us.
No.
I guess I'm gonna counter snipe for now. Wait until they finish up their duties and start catching up. Take the dabblage, maybe. 17 against this mind
17?
whisperer.
That just hits.
Alright. Take this. 15 damage. And you know what? I want this thing to hurt. I'm gonna use my reaction to roll a Bardic Inspiration die and hurt him more.
Okay.
Because I can add it to spell damage. Oh. 4, so 19
Thanks for
damage.
that lovely bardic inspiration description.
Aspire creation to roll 1d8 to any ability check, saving throw, attack roll, damage roll, healing roll, or AC. I love Valor Bards. I'm gonna back up. Bonus action. Tell Zara to go help Vaughn. Any enemy that's around Vaughn, kill him.
Alright.
Zara's like, K.
I'm on the other side of a building. Probably
Yeah,
best for her to,
She can fly.
because, I
So she
have a plan for my
flies.
next turn.
I already gave the orders for doing it.
Hmm.
Bite the mouse. 50. You take the mouse that takes 10 physical damage and the 2 is poison. Doesn't matter.
10?
Yeah, 10 physical damage to this mouse.
1 HP.
Ah! Why? Why must you do this to me? I made my... Okay, that's my turn. Oh, Akira's gonna move back a little bit more. And that's my
Okay.
turn.
You know, that's solid thinking. Okay. After that, it's Malison's turn. Snapping and breaking. And transfer. As Akira, you took your time to snipe out, you saw a flicker of a shadow that seems to be stretching out, and many voices seem to whisper.
What did they say?
You cannot tell because it's all
Damn.
garbled.
Shadows are freaking out.
Alright. Pure Blood. That one's unconscious. Unknown.
Weird. Hello.
Oh, you just now saw that?
I was wondering what he was, and then I was just like, you know what? I guess I'll see him whenever he pops up on the screen.
Okay. Mind Whisperer. Seeing Greth just,
Chillin'.
barely get grazed. Take a couple strikes out at him. That sucks. That also sucks. They do not hit him. That's cool. Bartha! Let's see. Gonna try and do the same thing again. Let's see. AC 15. All the dead.
Dang that advantage.
That advantage kills it. So he's not going to do a big swipe. He's just going to do a normal strike. Nope. Okay. He's actually going to move this way. And provoke an attack of opportunity. And hits him. Take 6 points of damage. -6. He's gonna breath weapon the fuck out of her.
Alpha is the Stormbringer, right?
Thundercracker.
Undercracker.
And you are actually going to see why.
Mhm.
As you see him hold in his breath, this lightning crackles out, forming steam as he shoots out a torrent of sound.
So Thundercracker or Lightning Cracker. Thunder.
Thunder.
Thundercracker.
They must make Constitution save throws. Go to Constitution. Nope. Vamp. And then vamp. Well, that one takes out. So it's 3d8. Vamp. This one is dead.
Would he step one up just to make sure he doesn't get caught by the fire?
Fire's on the roof. So you have to reach the bottom of the bows yet. So this one takes half of 18, which is 9. Thunder damage. How many more do you have? I think you have. Yes, you do.
Is that a cone or a line?
It was a line.
Okay.
So this is action, bonus action. 5, 10, 15. He will give you flanking on that one as he hops to and fro. Winona. Seeing how this is going, it's going to go this way. Out of y'all's sight. And she is going to... smack herself with a mirror image. Just do. Just do those. Because she doesn't know what's going to go down. All right. Vaughn.
So question, because of wording, I just want to double check. If I used a Step of the Wind, it says doubles my jump length. Does that include height?
Technically, it says jump distance. Right? Or does it say jump length?
Jump distance is doubled for the turn.
Jump distance is double for the turn, so technically your high jump and your long jump would be double what it was.
Okay, and if I have a -1 to my modifier, what's my jump height?
That one I do not remember how to calculate jump. I think it's your strength score?
It's 3.
Right?
It's
It is based off score or modifier?
It is.
I want to
It
say
is
it's something
3.
times
It is 3 plus your strength mod for height.
So -1, so it's 2.
Is that 2 squares? So 10 feet?
What's your strength modifier?
-1.
So
I have a 9
you can jump. That means you can jump 2 feet high.
Oh, so that's in feet, not in squares.
Yeah, it's feet.
It's feet.
Hmm.
So you'd be able to jump 4 feet high. No step of the wind.
Would it be... So it's athletics to climb. Would it be acrobatics to parkour up a wall?
If you can describe it in a way to me that is acrobatic in nature, then I will let you use...
Alright. And this is using...
Actually, that's a class trait that monks get later on, is the ability to run up walls.
Yeah.
But I don't have it, is the thing.
Yep.
Right?
If you can parkour, then yeah.
See, because what I'm seeing, right? So, control. So, I can move up to here, right? And then with Step of the Wind, I can go to this corner and then bounce side, and that parkour move up. You know how they use the corner of the wall?
Yeah.
Up to this ledge right here, with plenty enough speed to get to the Malison.
Mind Whisper? Yeah.
Or the Malison, the Mind Whisper. You know what I mean? So using this corner, specifically this corner, to jump on the corner with the Step of the Wind helping me out in this to make the 15 foot up.
You can certainly try.
Alright, so it's an acrobatics check for that?
It is a strength check because you're bouncing using your strength of legs, not the environment around you.
Well, that's what I mean. I'm using the wall as my as like using the speed of the run to propel myself upwards.
You know, like how Aladdin did using the tarps.
I mean, would I be able to use? I mean, like,
If you use the tarps, then yes, it would be considered like acrobatics because you're bouncing rather than actually using your leg strength to push off each wall.
oh, then I could also use the sticks, kind of like the stick. Yeah. That makes better sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll go ahead and see if I can use the. Oh, damn it! Can't use those tarps and the support.
You can roll acrobatics to get up there.
Thank you.
Try to.
All right, acrobatics. It's going to be an 11. I'm going to use my reroll on that. 18.
18.
Mm-hmm.
You're able to get up there.
Right. So with my Step of the Wind and all that movement, I'll get all the way up here, right next to him. Oof. All right. And then I'm going to go ahead and strike with an Oni Spear.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's probably not the smartest play right now. So Oni Spear. Can I use Hunter's reroll, guys? I rolled a natural 1.
That's up to y'all.
I'm asking if it's all right.
Yes.
I don't care.
Okay. 24
That hits.
for 15 points of damage.
All right. You strike at this individual for 15 points of damage. He looks at you with this sneering grin. With you see the retraction of what looks like anaconda-like teeth, rather than large fangs.
There's no flinching in fear. There's just a dedicated glare in return.
as you see him pull out a similar-looking scimitar, but with more intricate designs along the blade.
But yeah, no, this is I was able to make it up there, guys. Thank you for the working with me on that.
You just gotta think more, what's it called?
I figured more parkour style moving would be more dexterous than strength based is all. That's what I figured.
Like racing, rather than...
Yeah, 1D&D has changed how it works, where basically it's DC 10 strength, but you can use your acrobatics modifier.
Oh.
They're updating that.
Alright.
Well, yep. I'm not sure if you could see the health of the Mind Whisperers, but that was interesting.
Oh. My boy!
Are they linked? They shouldn't be linked.
Okay, because I was about to say I thought they were because it happened at the same time. I was like, it's like, oh, they have a shared health pool. That's interesting.
They do not. But one of them... It made it an NPC trait.
Is it NPC?
The one on the right, I'm pretty sure, has taken no damage.
Yeah. So... I'm wondering what's going on.
Are you using the NPC sheet? I'm asking because if you double-click the token, you can control individual token HP. But if you're using the NPC sheet, you can control all of them.
I was using the token.
Double-click the token and give it HP back.
Hee, I learned how to fly. He's gonna move 10 feet.
Nope, that's cool.
Nope, I'll
Nice.
wait.
Interesting. Guess I'll fucking...
I haven't had this issue, so I don't know.
pull that one out. Or...
Oh, one of the before I left, running up the hill or up the walls and stuff like that. I would have looked to Batha and been, "Thank you, Thundercracker," and then run off. You know.
I think this one's still alive.
That mouse is still alive, but it had used its reaction because of Batha.
Yeah. Which means Holson's gonna run straight past it, hopefully. Yeah. Quill,
No,
however, is not
just
going to move past it.
They're all linked.
Weird.
My only thought is that must not be an NPC sheet then. That's fine. It doesn't matter because if you do the importer Patreon, whatever, you can get them all. And all automatically.
Just write a note.
I got a pad right here.
Okay.
That one should on. Fortunately, that one got removed from the turn order.
Uh-oh.
Oh, right where it was. Okay. That's fine. Okay, Quill. Sorry.
Quill runs 10 feet and then flies up 10 feet. Can he see above the flames?
You can see the flames, but not above them.
Well, this one's the only flame that's, like, in the way. I just want to know if that's tall enough.
So that one would be 10 feet up, and he is 10 feet up?
He will go up 15 feet. He'll go up 15 feet. then, because he wants to be able to shoot over the flames. 15. But he's going to shoot at this Mind Whisperer because he can see him. I accidentally turned on my flashlight. And it is going to boop 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 boop. I like how it types how high he is. That's neat. Roll. 15? Does that hit?
That misses.
That's fine. It was just a firebolt, so like I would like to think that a firebolt goes between Vaughn and the Mind Whisperer. Just a little too close to Vaughn. And then he will, I guess, stay here. And prepare for his next round. He does not want to get any closer for the time being. So it's Reese's turn.
Reese's turn. He is going to move past his friends.
Hey guys, our team is one step ahead of theirs.
Dodge. And speaking of you being there, sir,
Yep, let's bring it.
you see the creature as it changes forms. The Malison. Oh, wrong thing. Wrong thing. I need to change that.
Is that big honkin' sucker right there in the middle?
Mhm. And you see that visage disappear. As you see new visage.
I'm not sure if you guys can see it yet.
They
Oh, I
cannot.
can 100% see it.
Having PTSD.
I can 100% see it.
I can't see it, but I'll get there when I get there.
Yeah. That is not a concern as of right now. I do not like that.
Where's Sork?
Orc is past those buildings. Breaking down all those buildings.
Gotcha. I thought he was in this corner of the map.
I'm gonna have to stab that bitch. I'm so sad.
Yeah, I thought he was all in this northern part of the map, duking it out with this big gigantic Magilla thing. I didn't know that there was a guard protecting the way to him.
This is the same individual that made a dome, spreading out Sorik's breath.
Mm-hmm. So that thing, so this guy is no longer on top of that creature that was fighting Sork.
Yes,
Okay, so he's down here. Got it.
he's down here.
So now Sork has a fighting chance against that thing.
Because he knew heroes were coming. All right. So, Reese is going to take a healing potion.
Smart.
It's 19. Because this looks like it's going to be harrowing. Alright. So, Holson.
Okay. Since the Malison does not have reactions, Holson's gonna run. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yo.
You got 40 feet of movement. Battle ballad.
Oh, give me like 2 seconds and I'll get there. Neat. I'm just gonna move really far away from the fires. And as I'm running this way, I would like to be, like essentially like running through the fire, like putting my arm in to kind of activate the thorns for fire, and then like tossing 2 at this mind guy.
Alright.
2 Eldritch Blast.
2
Yes.
Blazed.
She's got the anxieties. 1. That was so. What a bad roll. First of all, attack 2. That's better.
That hits.
Normal.
Oh,
6 fire to the mind guy.
6. Yeah.
That's as far as I can get, and that's all I can do. I can see this weird, creepy guy under this arch. Not happy about it.
Alright. Malison. Gonna strike at the bottom.
we're already so far behind enemy lines, it doesn't matter anymore.
Misses.
I'm just trying to get away from fire, honestly.
Alright.
Bring it
He
back!
sees you. And he will do his damnedest. That sucks.
He tried his best, honestly.
I
Good
saw
for
that
him.
19 and then it go to 1. I was like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
Just miss.
Misses. So that's the bite.
Oh, he's doing those.
Now the sword.
Misses.
Misses. You're very lucky.
Just Vaughn being his dexterous, dodgy self. Even at 7 feet, his speed is near blinding.
Yep. That's all he can do. Wrath. Oh, he's fucking running. Full 60. And he sees it now.
Does he see it like at the bridge and is like, oh shit, and then backsteps, or does he commit?
He doesn't have dark vision.
He doesn't have dark vision.
Oh.
So yeah. So he dashed.
And he gets that far and he's like, oh shit.
Yeah, he just sees it with that light. Akir.
Well, seeing Vaughn run up to the Mind Whisperer, Akira's gonna just step forward, see that, and be, oh fuck. Vaughn is actually gonna fly, and then let's see, I can get 40 feet. I'll have to dash. So, up there. I see it. I'm assuming that's not actually supposed to be a beholder, but I don't know.
No, it's supposed to be a dragon.
That's a cool looking dragon, gotta say.
It's supposed to be a dragon.
I'm just going to be like, Vaughn, it didn't bite you, did it?
Huh? No, Vaughn is like, no, not yet. It's tried.
Kill it before it does. You do not want to fight a Mind Whisperer melee. It's what they want.
Alright.
And then Zara was told to like stay near Vaughn, and because I didn't order her to do anything, she's gonna
Continue the last action.
continue her last action, which is attack things next to Vaughn. So she flies up there. Oh wait, she can't. She was actually out of the range of Battle Ballad. So she flies there and dodges.
All right. Next Mind Whisperer sees some interesting things going on.
I also feel like I should point out that Akira has no practice flying with his own wings yet, so he's like sort of very, very baby deerish, fluttering while almost falling out of the sky.
Throws out his hands. I need
Does
a
not
cube.
look graceful at all.
I need everyone in that cube to make me
I just missed it.
a wisdom saving throw.
It's not a charm,
It is
is
a
it?
charm, so it is an advantage.
21.
So you're fine.
I'm gonna re-roll that.
Okay. DC is 15.
Oh, thank
You
God.
got it.
Zara also needs to make it.
Oh, right.
So
Yep. Unfortunately, in the gain of some power and mobility, she loses her immunity to charm. But she's better at that saving throw than I am. Still fails it. I'm going to use my reaction to add my bardic inspiration to her.
okay.
Fuck. Well, I tried.
She is considered incapacitated and has a speed of 0. She does not have a hover speed. So she drops. She was in 15 feet in the air or something like that?
No, she was just flying up to Vaughn, so she's between 10 and 15. I'll let you decide. Does she take the D6 damage or not? You know?
It's going to be 10 feet if she was flying up to him because Vaughn is 15 feet up.
Okay, so she doesn't
And you are
take that damage.
20,
I am
so
also
she does not
on.
need.
I'm what?
Yeah. You're also 20 feet up.
I guess I'll mark that.
So yeah, she doesn't take damage, but she is incapacitated.
Okay. I just want to tell you a thought I had. That flying tokens may conflict with the levels if you try to make it a 3D map later. So there's a thought I had.
For now, we'll keep doing this, but they will probably conflict.
Yeah.
Just because of height.
He has a height. Well, he did unknown spell effects, and Zara is now on the ground.
Yep. And the cube stays.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh no. That's not good at all.
Oh no, it vanishes. It does vanish.
Okay.
Just where everything that was there had made
Oh, that's a
it.
lot better.
Okay.
They don't have an
Yeah, I was
incapacitated
like-
effect, so I'm gonna mark her as stunned, I guess.
Yeah, I was just like when you said that, I was like, well, I guess I can't go this way.
Okay. So there's that. Alright. That's that Mind Whisper. Pureblood. You're still
Knocked out.
unconscious. Unknown.
I really don't like him. I just think he has a weird face.
As he looks over
He's untrustworthy.
and yells towards you all. Well, well, well. Is that? As he does the taunting peer towards Akir. Is that the Ashbringer themselves?
He just looks down at him. I don't know if I have the... Do I have the free action
You
to
have the
speak back?
ability. You certainly do.
I stand tall, my curved blade next to me as I look down at him. I don't say anything, but I eye him, letting him finish his thought.
Typhon said if he ever saw you, take you alive.
Akir looks honestly surprised at that.
By the way, shall we get started? And looks over to Vaughn. Can't have that now, can we? Something from the east. No.
Vaughn looks over to him, just kind of narrows his eyes.
From the west?
From the east.
From the west?
East.
Weast.
He said east, I think, but technically it's west.
It's
West.
west. I misspoke. From the west.
From the west.
Weast.
Accent, heavy accent.
You hear that?
No,
you're
I'm not
know
gonna
it's
get over
like-
that. I'm not gonna get over that. I'm gonna continue calling it Weast.
West.
Yeah, is this the first time you're hearing that? This is a really old SpongeBob joke.
Weast? No.
East?
No, it's not the
Oh,
first
I
time
thought
I've
you
heard
said-
this.
East? I thought you said west. What type of compass are you looking at? This one? Oh, that's
As
West,
he
Patrick.
pulls
You're fired. again.
upon, as he pulls out his rapier, which is vibrant green metal,
I'm assuming
he slashes
you don't know
down
what that is.
towards
Hold on.
you. Just gotta make sure this is correct.
Is he gonna banish Vaughn?
So he's slashing at me? Or he's pointing at me?
Right
He's
now,
slashing
he's just
towards you.
Ooh.
Okay.
And I prefer you. In your monstrous form to be with me. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Against charm.
Against charm.
23.
23.
Just fails.
So is there like an actual spell effect coming at me?
It was.
Just with a quick the defensive just palm deflect as it just dissipates past me, I guess.
You see snakes crawl up your body and start to pierce you. And try to take over as the venom seeps into you, changing your color and form.
Oh.
Wait, I failed?
No.
Oh.
But as you see that, the tattoos and engravings push back this venom as you break it. You're a strong one. And doing a flourish, Akir and Vaughn, you see a silhouette of five-headed monster in his shadow. Akir, it looks like a hydra.
Is it what I think it is? The sentient Yuan-Ti type thing.
You don't know what it is.
Here does not know.
Alright. So that's his turn. Gonna go to Batha. He's gonna do his thing. That sucks. But he's going to attack straight. He's gonna get up there. Straight down. 19.
Botha's locked in mortal combat with a Malison.
Malisons are no joke. Remember that Elias died to just a regular pureblood.
Yeah, but they crit like 13 times, so...
That was very unfortunate.
16. And he's gonna wrap around. Oh, forgot to put this guy in the initiative. Yep.
Yeah, this thing. I forget what it's called. I forget what it's called, but I remember what it does.
Yeah, I forgot to put him back in his own initiative, so...
Devastator? Is that it? Nullifier. By the way, Akira doesn't know what it is, and that thing is actually horrifying.
Yes, it is.
Winona!
I will not be able to fight it. Me personally, I know that I will not be able to fight it.
It's doesn't just I'll wait until I get there to remember which one it is. It's the one that sucked though, I remember.
They all
It's,
suck.
Yeah, I'm just glad it's not a reverser. The reverser that damages you when I heal you, that thing sucks.
And that is the last of the battle ballad.
yeah, that
Yep.
does suck.
I feel some resentment in your voice.
Wait, how
Yeah.
much time did the battle ballad last?
I've been 4 rounds.
There's already...
I've been personally victimized by the reverser more times than I'd like to count.
It's right there. Looks over. Oh. Oh no. Vaughn.
Indeed.
Vaughn, you have a thing in front of you.
Yep, refocusing after that near possession of snakes. And Akira's words guiding his hand in this conflict, Vaughn is going to go ahead and strike. Hi. I'm going to do this one reckless.
You can do it reckless?
Yeah, I'm going to do an attack at reckless attack against this Malicent. Oh, thank God I did. This is going to be a 20 to hit.
20 does hit.
All right. And I will go ahead and do some damage, and I'm going to do a devouring strike, which means it needs to make a Constitution.
That's what it is.
Constitution saving throw of 15.
That one.
Yeah.
Oh,
So how would that work for this one? Because, well, either way, I get 2, which puts me at max anyways, and I can't get more than max. So I'm back to max key. I did 12 points of damage.
So 15 was the thing, right?
15 was the DC, yeah.
Yeah, it succeeds.
Oh, I get 1 back. Sorry. I thought I heard a natural 1 somewhere. I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, it was there, but
Mind Whisperers are a little more hardy than Malicents.
Devouring Strike is a skill, not a magic thing.
Was it key based?
Yeah.
So it is not technically magic.
Like, key's not magic. Something I
So it
always
would've
found
been
weird
extra
in
one.
this light, but hey.
So yeah, you get the 2.
All right, so I'm back at max, and then I'm going to go ahead and... Did you take the 12 points of damage?
I did, but
Okay.
I didn't do the thing because they're linked.
Gotcha. And then I'm going to go ahead and do a flurry of blows. Puts me down to 3 key, so I'm at 1 more devouring strike, and I'm at 3 key. Yep.
Those
right,
brave pigeons.
19 to hit
That hits.
for 5 points.
Still up. 16 just misses.
Damn it. Don't have any. Nope. And that's unfortunate.
That is fortunate. Finally get pure blood and also get rid of some colors. Okay.
Are you clearing out the combat tracker?
No, I'm clearing out my pages I have.
Oh.
I have like 12 pages up.
Technically,
I'm
you do only need 1 at a time, because every time you double click a token, it'll just open up that token specific whatevers.
So, I also have Soric versus the other dragon currently.
The spiny lizard dragon.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. All right. Quill.
Will's still back there. You're muted, Olsen, by the way.
He's still back there. Since he is so far back, and I don't want to,
And there's this guy, he can still kill.
yeah, I think I'm just gonna shoot this Malison with, a firebolt really quickly.
All right.
Roll.
Hits.
2, 1, 2. Roll.
20
He's
damage!
dead.
Die.
He is dead.
With that,
Then Quill Quill
with that,
is no joke, man. He's gonna be a problem in the future.
Yeah,
Most
our
wizards
problem.
are.
We keep pushing him.
he's gonna just move 5, 10, 15, 20.
He's starting to hum a melodic tune as he
And then
dances
he's
through the
gonna
flames of
lower
combat.
himself. He's gonna lower himself like 10
The
feet.
5 feet.
He's gonna lower himself 10 feet. So he'll be just like hovering for 5 feet.
I feel like
That's
we're
all,
gonna
that's all
make
he's
Quill. Like we're gonna make Quill the BBEG somehow. By just the amount of stress we put him under.
Just a fucking
Well,
killer. This
This is no longer stress. He's just kind of casually, you're dead, you're dead. After fighting that dragon that was literally my bane, this is all easy.
It's true.
No, he's fucking stressed out of his mind. He has a new flaw.
Yeah, he is. That's honestly, it's why I'm keeping him so far back because, like, he's
don't
a little.
He knows about it. It's all good.
Yeah, he knows about it. That's why he's hanging back.
Yeah.
Isn't his flaw where he can only regain? He can only like not lose exhaustion or heal from exhaustion in towns and cities.
So his flaw literally states when he gets a level of exhaustion, he gets 2. Things like that. But he can study twice as much during a long rest.
That just sounds like a coffee-fueled crunching session, you know?
You know, he's a student at heart.
Yeah. And also he has disadvantage on anything that gives him exhaustion.
Please tell me you're using
So-
the 1D&D exhaustion. Otherwise, that
Heat
can be
or
real deadly.
cold or spells.
Yeah, please tell me you're
It
using the
has
1D&D
exhaustion,
exhaustion
yeah.
rules.
Kinda sucks.
But he's just chilling.
Alright. You can stay chilling.
Who next? Oh, it's Reese's Pieces.
After Quill's turn, Unknown
Oh, no.
is going to use a legendary action.
Oh.
Let's see what my options are.
I feel like this is the point where we need to start like railing in, pull out the big guns. This might be our boss fight.
I'm working on it.
First, we gotta get rid of these mind whisperers. The last thing we want is these things fucking around in the back line.
Okay. I'm going to use his lovely thing of a siphon strike.
Oh no. That sounds not fun.
You're a problem.
You are a problem.
That is a
27.
27. To Von.
Jesus.
It's at advantage.
It
Oh,
is!
I hope it's not
That's
that 20.
Worse. She's a 27.
This is gonna suck.
I have. Nah, I'll eat it. If it was a little bit lower, I'd use my reaction. Is it a ranged attack?
It is a ranged attack.
Is it a projectile?
It is a projectile.
Catch it!
It's a magic projectile. So,
Oh, so I can't use my deflect missiles then.
does it have to be a physical thing of ammunition, or is it just projectile?
I think it specifies ammunition. I think it specifies ammunition, but I'll check real quick.
Reaction to deflect or catch the missile when you are hit by a ranged weapon attack. Yep.
So it says specifically ranged weapon attack.
Yep. I could use my reaction, but I need to roll a 7 or an 8 to dodge it. So
I'm gonna be
Well, it doesn't.
very.
It doesn't. It doesn't dodge. What it does is reduce the amount of damage you take, and if you
No, my tail reaction to increase my AC by a D8.
Okay.
All right, hit me with them digits.
Okay. So
well, not 20.
it is going to be 3d8.
I was expecting worse.
17 points of necrotic damage.
Oh, what the fuck?
It is a
Not
spell.
great.
And half of that damage gets turned into temporary hit points.
I'm glad temporary hit points doesn't stack.
So that's one of his legendary actions.
That is not a fun thing.
By the
He's-
way, my name is Prilis.
Who?
Prilis, the Thespian.
Oh, pleasure.
The
Yeah.
Prilis the Thespian?
Yep.
Ah.
I hate theater.
Don't really blame you. I enjoy a woman or two in my time.
Reese is gonna run up. Take.
Is he able? Is he able to get to the Mind Whisperer?
He's gonna try. You technically can without doing any flippy dippies.
You strong boy.
He's so strong.
He has a vast amount of movement, and climbing does take half movement.
Oh, well there you go.
I'm just fast boy, he's strong boy.
He is fast and strong. He has got you beaten both.
So he can technically 5 feet.
But Reese has also got an ungodly amount of nat ones, so you got to beat there.
Yeah, he's extremely unlucky. He was extremely lucky during our fight, but extremely
He's
unlucky
reckless.
everywhere else.
Go, Reese, go.
Because he knows about these.
Oh, we're
Does
swearing.
he know?
No. Well, I'm assuming all swearing adventurers know.
Mind Whisperers are more so hearsay, things like that. They just know that, very bad.
Very bad. So bad that other UNT don't like him.
Yay. So, things gone, so he just has a +8 now.
Well,
So-
been pretty confident with a 19.
Pretty darn confident. Again.
Nat 20 in the last one. He does not want this thing alive.
Nope. Fortunately, it's not on the spot, but it's all good. Plus.
I'll be honest, this fight took a turn I wasn't really prepared for.
15.
Okay. A good turn, or?
Running kind of low on resources. I spent all my turn dashing and moving and only 2 attack rolls so far. So, it's a thing, and then we got this aberration.
46 points of damage.
Oof.
It's still
Boy. Oh my
Yes.
god.
Yeah, the Mind Whisperers look weak, but they want you to think that.
Well, both of them are, I think, really close to dead, so.
It's hard to tell.
Mm-hmm.
Because unfortunately, they're linked.
Unfortunately, they're linked. The one in front of you is very close to death. After Reese,
It's Olsen.
It's the me, Mario.
Legendary
oh,
action.
Yeah, I was about to ask,
Oh.
is it Olsen or is it a legendary action? It's a me, legendary action.
Do.
It's the me. It's so sad.
It's the me, depression.
Okay, legendary action. He is going to not utilize Siphon Strike. He's going to utilize his other.
Siphoner strike.
Command Adder.
I do wonder what he has against you, Vaughn.
I'm a potential physical threat to what he's doing.
So
Grath isn't?
Mind Whisper over by Reese
Oh.
is going to strike out with a melee attack at advantage.
Oh.
Using Adder Commander. Let's roll 7. Advantage because of your hack list. That's a 19. That just hits. This is not going to be fun for him.
I'm assuming it's like the good bite.
Oh, it's the scimitar.
Well, the Centaur is also bad. Because these
Scimitar's
ones...
bad because of this lovely thing called Mind
Oh,
Fangs.
And that.
Mind Fangs deals an extra 3d10 psychic damage to a target when it hits with a melee attack on its turn. It can only do that twice per day. 3d10.
Please kill the one in front of me, Holson.
Yeah,
Working on it.
This is right.
I am
Akir said
working
you do
on
not.
it.
That's what Akir said. You do not want to fight the things at melee. You do not want to. -2.
And then Reese gets 21 points of psychic damage done to him. On top of it.
I like how the moment that happened, you start begging, Holson, please.
See, it's so Vaughn is going off of what you told him. We need to get to Lord Soric for the victory condition, right? How do we stop the violence, right?
Yeah, we kill the snipers.
And there's like, okay, I can get to that. I can start pressuring on the range people. That is where you want them. Where you want to fight them. They're less dangerous at range.
No.
Yeah. Well, you want to your deceivers, so.
Okay,
Yeah.
Olsen.
Yeah.
It's a me.
Yeah. It's me, Mario.
I thought it was funny. You sounded so happy. It's a me, and then he's like, "Legendary reaction." Oh.
So he is 15 feet up, and I am gonna be making my way downtown. 5, 10,
I'll take the high road, and you take the low.
15.
And we'll get
20.
together.
And on my way here, I will be pelting this man with 2 Eldritch Blasts.
I think he might have cover.
He does.
Well, I'm gonna be doing it on the way here, so I would shoot from here.
Okay.
Generally, I just want to be here to begin with.
Regardless, he will have cover because these walls are there.
I get that. So basically, I'm going to just rub Blood, and then because I don't have any other elements that I'm nearby, and then toss 2 acid. Toss 2 acids.
Just throw bits of blood at him.
For flavor
Yeah.
text, every time you throw pieces of blood, they just reshape into fists.
I think they should.
And blue gets a little smaller.
He
Yeah,
wanted to, and
he
then
2 HP left.
Oh, he's
I
dead.
will throw that. Well, I'll throw that at the next guy if it hits him.
Like, you throw that to the one on the right.
Yeah.
No, it does not.
You'll get 12 damage.
As you see, part of his like actual head gets melted off in a fist. As you see, like weird combination of snake and man bone.
I partly
And-
imagine Vaughn just like looking over to Mind Whisperer's shoulder to see the psychic damage on Reese. Slight amount of fear, and then his eyes.
Yeah. So basically, like, Vaughn's crying out to Holson, and Holson's just like...
Hey, he's not crying out. That was the player.
And then he's just like, look, I imagine Vaughn is crying. and then, Holson's just like, I don't have... It's just like, you wouldn't mind using this. Takes up the blue and just tosses it at this man. And then I guess, like, I think I would like him to fall off generally when he gets hit, like, just fall on the other side.
Because of the fist.
Okay,
Yeah.
there you go. You have made difficult terrain.
That's fine. I'll get through it. And with the rest of my movement, because I've moved 20, 25, 30, and I'm going to be right here, running underneath. But I'm going to
No,
crouch
I think-
down now.
All things considered, the Mind Whisperers look pretty cool.
They are pretty cool. I kind of want them to have like trench coats though, instead of like just be straight up naked.
Oh, that'd be terrifying. Just open up his shirt and reveal that his external lungs, I think those are around his neck.
With that now, I'm going to be crouching kind of as he falls behind any debris right here. But I'm going to let Blood hold his attack if that guy decides to get any closer.
Okay.
I don't care about anybody else. Maybe this guy as well. I don't know.
If an enemy gets close.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, Blood's got to go behind me because I can't keep with the purple.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. After you, looks down. This new proclaimed Witch of Thorns.
What? Why do you know me? You don't know me. Mm-mm.
All of them here. The Ebon Sentinel. See them.
You cut out what?
A toy maker. I don't see
Yeah,
them
he's,
either.
He's calling us off by name.
Oh.
Toy Maker and the Ebon Sentinel. He doesn't see them.
Looks towards you. Well, I can't have you on the field, darling.
Me? Leave me
And he's
alone.
gonna strike out at you.
No, you will not.
I hope he stops trying to not one.
That one!
It's because I yelled, no, you will not.
Hits the Mind Whisperer's body.
He just misses as he takes out a good portion of the stone around you as you lean back. Akir.
Oh, no, you skipped Grath.
Oh, that Grath. Yeah. Grath is going to go up and attack the aberration. It might be a bad thing.
I mean, we out of character, we know, but in character, we don't.
And in character, he has never seen a fucking thing like this.
No, that's some sort of draconian monstrosity.
Well, I'm about to toss a Eldritch Blast at it if I don't see anybody with magic hit it, so I'm gonna need somebody with magic to hit it.
I mean, I'm gonna focus on the puppet master.
Yeah.
And I don't
I
like
need
the
him
fact
to
that
go-
he knows my name, so no. Mm-mm.
What's up, Blacken?
I have to roll something. I have to roll a wisdom save.
Is he
for
close
Grath.
enough for that?
He will be. He is.
Oh, he is close enough for it.
Yeah. Okay, wisdom saving throw. Grath, do you have a good wisdom saving throw? You are not proficient in wisdom saving throw.
I mean, he strikes me as a fighter class.
He is a blood hunter.
Oh, okay.
+4.
I mean, +4 is not bad for someone not proficient.
He's fine. He's fine. Actually, should. So, he's fine. Just be lucky it wasn't intelligence checks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of us should be lucky for that. Intelligence is like our party's dump stat.
I am good. I'm smart.
You have
Not
the
Francis.
headband.
You know,
Yeah.
some people need to cheat to get by, and I don't
See-
knock people.
I mean, kind of like Francis. His dump stat was strength, and he got to Golem's ogre power.
Yep, because no one else needed them.
Yeah, sure. No one else did need him.
Okay.
He wasn't the first one to volunteer for it. He was just the one that got him.
Actually, I think you were the only one to volunteer for it because it was Ambix, and you said, "Hey, can I have those?" Ambix was like, "Sure, I don't care. Get them to you."
Oh yeah. No one wanted them.
20 plus.
What am I gonna do with strength? I don't need that.
Yeah, what was the Ambix gonna do with strength? He was dex base, and then Galen was strong as hell. You're the only one who can make use of them. Oh, that's 19. Hmm. But that last one
What was that,
disadvantage? No.
Yeah, he has.
I just saw 2 dice. I didn't see
No,
the fact that
Yeah, hand. Yeah. So,
1 hit. Maybe. I mean, it's 20.
Yep.
Open, or 26. I hope it
1
hit.
hits. And you are not immune to poison, so. Yes,
Hog?
that is poison damage.
I don't know what the incapacitate thing does. Just- Can I take actions or reactions? So she can still move in bonus actions.
No, she cannot, because while charmed by the spell, the creature is incapacitated and has a speed of 0.
So she can
It's,
only do bonus actions.
It's hypnotic pattern.
Oh.
Oh, that sucks.
But hey, man, she failed.
Yeah.
It's such
And
a
I
silly,
don't-
goofy spell.
It is, but it's really bad when it works.
Yeah.
Plus 1d6. And 14 points. All right. Cool. Yeah, that's his turn.
That was actually kind of a meaty hit. Like 1/6 of his health. At least according to that bar.
It's all of his passive effects that I'm worried about, not how much HP he has.
Yeah, I've lessened this thing's HP, but I've added one specific trait.
I hope we didn't add that the anti-magic field is always on no matter what.
Well, he wouldn't. Unknown wouldn't have been able to cast a spell if that was the case.
Yeah, but we also can't see it. Akir, and the spell's outside of Akir's spellcasting thing, so. Akir will move forward. Pretty sure he saw Zara get knocked out, so it frees up his bonus actions. So he's gonna.
You heard a flop.
Yeah, it's like flop, turn around, so you're just on the ground, not really prone, but just confused.
Very.
I think now would be a good time to shift. because I feel like this is our boss fight.
Okay, you will shift.
So I will turn into my half dragon form. So everyone sees this for the first time. That was described earlier. I don't want to waste time describing it again. I will step down here, and I will give you a heal.
Thank you.
Is that a spell?
I don't want to say yes, but Cure Wounds is a spell.
Cool. It will be counterspelled. At what level were you doing it?
Oh, it doesn't matter. A counterspell will go through it anyway.
What level was it?
It was only second level because I only have second and third levels left.
Okay.
That's why I mean that it works anyway.
I needed to know the spell slot level.
But it does not. It does not stop my chalice healing.
No, it does not.
So,
But you do see the hand of the aberration reach out, and you see a mouth upon it as it sucks away the spell.
that ain't good. Vaughn, take 10 hit points. That ain't good.
Okay. I'll take it.
Just, Right, I
And-
guess we need to kill this thing. I got... Oh god, it heals. Is that something it always did? Oh.
Nope.
Oh.
But I think it's a reaction. Hopefully it only has the one.
Well, counterspell's a reaction, so I really fucking hope so. Hey, Holston, you want to lay into that? Anyway, I'm gonna use the rest of my movements. I got 15 feet left.
It devoured your spell.
Yeah, that doesn't feel good. I mean, in fact, that feels borderline bad. I'm gonna fly down 10 feet and just...
You said my name?
Yeah, I said, hey, Holston, now that I took away his counterspell, you want to just, like, lay into this something? Anyway.
Sure, I could try.
So that's... Akira's gonna just fly down, make his way down, and that's Akira.
Okay. Its turn.
Bye, Graf. We'll be right back.
It's good knowing you, man. You're up for a hug.
Okay. Bite and tooth claws. Bite.
Well, that's 21. Nat 1!
That's not one. And claw.
Was that Nat 1 on a bite or a claw attack?
It was a claw. 70.
It smacks unknown.
Somebody throw me a D6.
Go Juan, you haven't rolled yet.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, well, you and I rolled for the debris stuff. He hasn't rolled yet for just random.
that's fine. You can roll whatever you want.
1.
He is prone.
The aberration is prone.
Oh.
Aberration's prone.
But it could just
Oh,
get
you
back
think-
up.
Yeah, it hasn't moved yet, so yeah.
Just
So
hands up again.
Just breakdancing in front of Graf.
Just
So
showing off.
it bites down so hard it twists and falls down to the ground, and then, without using its hands, just lifts itself back up. Sheer force of weight of its feet and legs.
Scary.
Hey, Lycan.
Yes.
Which mind whisperer is the one who casted a hypnotic pattern?
All right. I have to roll a Constitution saving throw.
It was it this one?
It was that one.
Okay, I thought it was the one who died. I'd be like, hey, Zara's free. But no.
No.
No, Zara is not free.
Zara's not free.
Yeah. Zara's not free.
I hope.
Did he get hit twice?
You got hit a lot,
No, he got hit once.
but it's still alive. That's an
He
important thing.
just barely got hit by one. His AC is 17.
Okay.
Yep. Took 25 damage, so the DC was only 14 or 13, but still, whatever. Made it. I was hoping.
Right. Well, this is gonna suck for you, Grath. 1, 2, and then 1, 2. That's 4. Okay. He takes 43 points of damage.
Ooh,
He is knocked out.
I would be too, buddy.
Oh, the 18. That was one attack?
That was one attack.
What the fuck?
That's the bite. Okay. Do. Oh, need to not select him anymore. Use half his movement. As you see this aberration sniff the air, look towards the highest concentration of magic. Use half his movement to get up, so it only has... Alright. That's its turn. That one's done. And then we have Unknown. Shall we do? Shall we do? Looks over. Steps forward 1. Multitude. I guess quantity over quality will have to be sacrificed. And it's going to unleash a barrage of strikes. 1. We're going to send 2 to Winona and 1 to Wholesome. Actually, no. You're just shifted, so send 1 to Akir. So
We're still doing that
-2.
-2 to height, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So that's Winona. Winona.
Damn it.
You.
Yep. Damn it.
Alright. So I have to roll some dice for Winona because she had mirror image up. Let's see what that is. Okay. So she has to roll a 6 or higher, and then an 8 or higher. So natural 20.
But unfortunately, the second one was a 4.
The second one does hit her. So she's going to take 8 points. She's missing 1. She's taking 8 points. That. Then you, your friend, are taking 5 points of force damage.
Oh, damn.
He is going to proceed to move back here. Do you have any bonus actions?
I was about to ask if we have anyone back there. I scrolled back just to see Quill hanging out upside down on Botha.
He's chilling.
Just chillaxing. Nope. All right. That's his turn. Botha.
Hey, Botha.
He's gonna dash.
Please.
10. Oh, shit.
Bit of a tingling in the back of his head as he feels one of his companions goes down.
As he gets there. Oh, wow. The Thundercracker. Another one. You are not as lucky. He looks around. What is that?
It's magic ether. Never seen something like it before. But
Neither have I.
they have demanded. He says that he was told to take me alive. So I'll put myself in a risky position. Draw attention away from you.
Looks over. Bring the thunder.
Get it to waste a spell. Get it to waste a spell eating so Holson can hit it hard.
All right. And that's his turn because he dashed.
Yeah.
Bonus action though, he does have second level spells. Right?
I think
You do.
he also has a pretty decent breath weapon. And he can hit it.
Definitely can. So you just told him to waste a spell.
Yeah, I was hoping he cantrip, but hey, if he's gonna waste a spell slot, waste a spell slot.
Yeah. So he's going to use a second level to cast out spiritual weapon.
And with the aberration eat it.
And the aberration does eat it.
Holson, we're opening it up for you. You better hit it hard.
As it sucks down 11 back.
Oof. So it's like 1d8 per spell level, yeah?
Yep. And there's a static thing with cantrips.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So that's his turn. He has no longer have any second level slots available to him.
But for
Did
now,
it
the
pass
aberration
me?
is vulnerable.
What?
I'm not on the. Oh, there. I'm after one of. Never mind. I got distracted. My border is the same as the Malicents and all the enemies.
Yeah, yours is just red, too.
Yep.
Winona.
Looking up here, Winona seeing Grath instantly get struck down.
And now she can cast spells.
She is going to use. Looking around. Wait for if she could see 60 feet around. Wait. She can't see Holson. She can see Reese. See
Nope.
yourself.
I am
see
squatting.
Grath.
But luckily,
See
you're not that hurt
Vaughn.
either.
No, I'm not that hurt.
5, 6. She's going to cast Mass Healing Word.
Oh man.
4 plus 4.
With the level of ranged combat, Francis would have been great here.
7.
Unfortunately,
So
the Magic Eater would have been horrible too.
Mm-hmm.
Reese.
So 7.
See, the thing is, Francis still had physical ammunition too. It wasn't all magical.
So
So
Reese,
Reese.
Vaughn, Botha, Akir, Winona, and Grant all get 7 HP back.
I'm back to where I was before that friggin' necrotic damage hit.
7. Grath isn't automatically dead. He is awake now. She is going to also... She can't do that. That's a bonus action, so she's going to use Forceful Declaration on this unknown entity.
On the aberration or unknown?
Unknown.
The Thespian. He announced himself.
Yeah, he did. Can you type his name out on Discord just so I can add it to
Certainly
it?
can.
Yeah.
Prilis.
The reason I said Discord is that way it doesn't automatically zoom pulsing into whoever you're killing right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because I'm right now trying to plot my
Saving throw.
quill move.
He does not have good strength saving throw. 14. It works. Push 10 feet away. So back there. Takes 2d6 thunder damage.
Dang it, that changes my turn.
And it gets absorbed by his temporary hit points. Ooh. Quite forceful. So that's where she's at. That. After that, it's going to be Prilis with a legendary action. My turn. Out. 14. Misses. Luckily. But it does hit one of the mirror images if roll an 8.
Not one.
At 1. So
that means it misses.
yeah, it misses the mirror images. So alright. Vaughn.
Dang, that really changed my plan.
Yeah, but you know. You can run over there and kill that one. They've still got the Mind Whisperer.
I'm actually not in range to hit it. I'm gonna leave that to Reese. That thing has a lot of damage output, and I'm probably the only one who can survive a single strike from it. Yeah. I was going to try and see if I can interact with this guy, which I had the movement for, but now I don't.
Do what you gotta do.
Nah, he's out of my range now. Yeah. So Vaughn is going to go ahead and move right there. With slow fall, I can make the drop no problem. And I'll get to right here for now because I need to make that wisdom saving throw, right?
Yes, you need to make a wisdom saving throw.
And it's not a charm.
It is a...
It is when you start your turn within 20 feet.
Yeah, it does not say charm.
Okay, but it's when I start.
So you can go in.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to go ahead. Get up to its face. I'll actually get right here. Yeah. I'll go ahead and give it an Oni's spear. I want to go to claws, but the extra AC might save my life in this.
To do what you want to do.
It's a 16 to hit.
16 to hit. 16 just misses.
Mother. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and use a key point for patient defense. And hopefully I can draw the attention, the aggro from this thing for one turn. And that's Vaughn. I was really hoping to interact with Prilis.
Well, you can get to him next turn.
Nah, not right now. Not the current state. We'll see what happens, but yeah.
It's your turn, Quill. Quill's
Quill's just flying. He's just gonna fly and get here. Meow. And then he's gonna actually just stand there. I have closed. Yeah, he had to dash to get there. I would like to not be flying. Okay. I forgot how I did this.
Unfortunately, he's now 20 feet up.
That's fine.
But he's on solid ground on the roof, so.
But I'm gonna say that he's on solid ground. That way, I know he's not flying.
Yeah.
But he's got like 5 feet more of movement left. He's gonna get right here, and he's done.
Okay.
Yeah, he just wants to get in an optimal position to be able to hide when he shoots, because the man's got anxiety. Reese.
Go, Reese. Kill him. Free my baby.
Making another legendary action for command.
Oh, God.
I need to zoom in.
$13 misses. Okay. So, the strike goes wide as Reese counters with... Oh, wait. Did I do it at Reckless for Reese last time?
Honestly, I can't remember. I'm gonna scroll up to see Reese. Yeah, you did. Reese rolled 2d20s.
Okay. So. Oh.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
It does some mind fangs.
Second one of the day. And it's the last one. Especially since he's getting pretty low. 3d10.
Was much better damage, or much like last time he got wrecked. That's way more manageable.
Yep. So total of 7, going to 3.
What did he say? Like 45 last time?
No,
It took like 43.
so minus 21. He is looking rough. Yeah, Reese is not having a good time right now.
Hey, we've all taken our lumps in this.
So Reese is going to fucking pull out the stops and just make sure this guy's dead.
Yes, we're at the part of this fight where we need to stop holding back.
8. So, advantage. That's a natural 20. He might do that, just this attack.
Hopefully.
So 2d8 plus 7 plus 2d4 plus 2d6. I'm fairly certain it's fucking, unless I get all ones. 29. And it's dead.
Woo! Good for
It's
him.
officially dead.
Hey, Zara, you're free.
And Zara is free. She's no longer incapacitated. He's gonna slide down. So that's 15 feet. Make a dexterity saving throw, or athletics or acrobatics. We'll do athletics. Drop down. Takes no damage.
2 nat 20s in a row. Wait, no, did he get a nat 20? He did.
Yeah, you got that 20. Boo. So he is 25 feet of movement left. So. Let's get closer on that side. So that's all he can do. He's going to take his second potion. You're disconnected.
Oh, that was me. My entire thing went super wonky. I was about to message that.
Okay, that is his turn. Unfortunately, he cannot get to the beast to help you out.
No,
It's
but
fine.
now it's whole thing.
I'm mostly here in the hopes that it's not intelligent enough to try and, wail on anything else with my dodging.
It is
Okay.
tracking down magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
which
I'm also in its way.
I'm about to put a huge fucking mark on my back. Can I see this point right here? Hold on. Can I see this point right here?
Yes.
Nice. I'm gonna cast at 3rd level using my 3rd level slot that I have. Magnify gravity.
Okay.
On
So
Yes.
it is counterspelled.
I'm gonna
As-
counterspell it.
Okay.
No, you can't. Aberration already uses counterspell on Botha's spiritual weapon.
Not the aberration.
Yeah,
Oh, it's not?
I'm gonna counterspell
Flash
that.
Okay. You do so.
Yeah. So that's my 2 big boy spells done. So I'm gonna cast Magnify Gravity, and because it's at 3rd level, it gets both of them. But also, because they're both within that 10-foot sphere.
Can you do
What?
the sphere for me?
Yes, I'm working on that right now.
Is there a permasphere?
It I will read more about it in just a moment. That's the sphere.
Thank you.
Everything is like black and white for me, so I'm just like, because I unclicked Holson. Magnify gravity. It's a con save.
Constitution
However,
save?
yes, it's a con save.
I
And
forgot about that.
it is my
Aberration first. +4.
I'm gonna cast it.
So
Okay.
19.
That's
That's
fine.
It's half damage.
That's fine.
And after that, it is Prilis. 9.
That's the one I want.
He's going to use a
Um,
legendary resistance.
That's fine. I used one.
They're third level, so that's 48 half.
It is 48.
10.
21 halved.
So they each take 10 damage.
That's the best I got. That is my big boyest spell.
Your biggest voice spells.
My biggest boy spell, and I used a counter spell of his and a legendary resistance. So, good fucking luck, buddy.
Minus 10. Gravitagists.
But yeah, when I cast my, like, I put my hands together and I like spread it out when I'm like looking at him, and like his body feels like so heavy, then they're like pulling into each other, to the point where like them staying in the same place just hurts them.
Does it stay there? Is it persistent?
No. It says for a
no.
moment.
For a moment. But,
All right.
yeah, just for a moment.
Just for a moment.
Any object that isn't being worn or carried in the sphere requires a successful strength check against your spell save DC to pick up or move. So, like,
You just see a
any,
pigeon fly.
yeah, any,
You see those lotus leaves right there? They can't pick them up anymore.
It's just
nope.
fucking just breaking the ground with flower pellets.
They don't have their speed, reduced either.
Okay.
Hey, Grath,
Grath.
you're awake now, but you're prone.
Yep, he is prone. He's gonna back the fuck off. Because he
Survival
just got
instinct.
walloped.
Survival instinct says, "Oh God, no, not again."
He is going to move back. Move here.
Kohler.
He is gonna fucking drink a healing potion.
God, is
Counter spell. Yeah.
Counter spell your healing potion.
It's just juice now. Wouldn't that be interesting to do?
Not even like good tasting juice. It's like off-brand juice.
It's
It's like drinking medicine, but it does nothing for you.
Get the shits.
Yeah,
It's like
I made a
drinking
potion of
Pepto-Bismol.
I made a
for fun.
potion of shit your pants.
What is it gonna do? Interesting. Well, he doesn't have spells.
You can action drink another healing potion.
He's gonna action apply a poison to his blade.
That's
Oh wait,
interesting.
he moved 30 feet to get there. That means he would have had to dash.
I have a question for that pureblood that's knocked out. Has it burned alive yet?
Oh, it's dead.
Okay.
Well, at least it
Yeah,
wasn't a
that's
wait
right.
for it.
You were correct. You would have had to dash back there. So I'm gonna leave that dash. He can just do that other thing on his bonus.
Why does everything I try and keep alive die?
I mean, that one we tied to the well still alive.
To be honest, if any of the bystanders that ran away came back and saw it tied up, they murdered the fuck out of that thing.
Oh, yeah.
100%. I'd say that's what happened, but 100%.
So, Akira's gonna try... Oh, legendary.
It's a legendary action. Going to use the siphoning strike on Wholesome.
No.
What's the range on that thing? Jesus.
Probably 120 feet.
And can he see it through me and the aberration?
The aberration's a size larger, so you can see through it. The legs, it'll be -2 to his attack. So
I helped.
Thanks.
22.
20.
Hey, it worked. Oh,
What's your
You don't
AC?
have a reaction.
my ace.
your-
I don't have any spells.
What's your AC?
17.
+2 makes it 19. I'll use my reaction to add bardic inspiration to her AC.
Minus from his to hit.
Oh,
So
So you got to roll
22.
6 or higher.
it's a Hail Mary, but if it helps, it helps. So I hope it works.
Big money.
Reaction, inspiration.
Ah!
So close.
So close.
Oh well, I tried.
It's
As you
gonna hurt.
3d8 necrotic damage,
I'll remember that.
and he gains 5 temporary hit points.
I'll remember that. My boy will die next turn. I'll make sure.
Well, with my turn now.
Yep.
What I had planned was I was going to try to chill touch the aberration, +2 because of height bonus. So, motherfucker. Do I use my last inspiration to try to get it to hit? Because this chill touch needs a hit.
Do whatever you
Well,
want.
you got to get up to a 17 to hit. So
Right now it's at a 13. That's 5. Yeah, fuck. No. So it'll be able to heal next time it absorbs things. But I guess I will. So because I'm not used to flying, is there any sort of check for me to try to gain height?
No.
No?
Your body seems to instinctively, shifted, instinctively uses the muscles that you have.
I'll go up 5 more feet. You know, I'll go up to 20 feet. Nope, nope, not +20. That's 35 feet. All right. Let's do this. Let's do 25 feet.
Too much.
Let's go a good medium. All right. So that is 15 feet of movement, 20 feet of movement to get there. And I'm gonna try to breath weapon this way.
Okay. It's a dexterity saving throw.
Yes.
that's a fun angle to do that at.
Okay. This thing.
It's a very low con save, so I'm mainly just doing it to get some trip damage in.
So the nullifier actually has advantage, technically.
Because it's magical.
Yep. Nullifier has advantage on saving throws against spells and other effects. But it does not have the dexterity.
I don't know why it says Constitution. It's supposed to be Dex. Oh, only 7. Get screwed me.
Alright. So that's a 10, so he fails.
Yeah,
And
take
then-
that 7 damage.
Prilis.
Fuck, that's
Isn't
so low.
much better.
I'll take it.
So how much damage was that?
7.
Okay, so he takes 2 damage. -2.
Does he resist the lightning?
No.
Oh,
not
right,
seem to be.
10 HP.
Yep, temp HP. So -7.
Change that fucking breath weapon. Why is it? Hell is it? Con save.
Wow.
Ah.
Oh, that's why. That's why. There we go. That's fixed now.
Okay.
So movement, action. I got one more inspiration left, so I'm gonna try to save.
Don't
it
forget
for
about
somebody.
Zara.
Zara's awake.
She
Zara,
is.
my girl. She's
You
going
took the
to.
apparition.
She's going to. I'm gonna have her move there, and she's gonna dodge because I used my bonus action already. Can't give her any. Can't give her any orders.
Okay.
So she dodges.
All right. Aberration. It's turn. Or I would like to call it the Draconian Spell Drinker.
So he is draconian.
Who has magic stuff on them right now?
Everyone.
I mean, it depends on what you count my only form being.
Spells or effects being done to you.
I don't have any effects being done to me.
That's only Winona.
Only Winona?
Yeah, I have no ongoing effects.
I'm not really concentrating on anything at the moment.
Zara is considered a magical creature.
Yeah, she's a summon.
You gonna attack me or not?
But also, I am a dragon man floating in the sky, so I don't know.
Not 5.
I'll take the
Right.
attack of opportunity.
Certainly can.
21.
That hits.
So hold on. No, it would have been behind me when that happened. 11 points of damage.
Zara's gonna use her. Zara's gonna use her reaction to add 1d6 damage to your weapon attacks. So it's added 6 poison damage to you with her infused strike reaction.
6.
So 17 total.
All right.
That was a nice shot.
It's going to proceed to strike out at Botha and Zara. Okay.
Yeah, I was really hoping to hit with a chill touch so it couldn't heal from absorbing our spells. That one.
That one
Uh-oh.
against Botha.
Big Whammy?
Nope.
Nah.
Damn.
Oh, at least it was a
Two
bite attack.
At Zara.
Oh god, no! Leave my girl alone. That misses. Leave my girl alone. That hit.
It's at disadvantage because you had her dodge.
Right. So that 10 misses.
So 10 misses
Miss.
and 11 misses. Unfortunate.
Thank goodness that I didn't use a bonus action to tell her to do anything.
Mm-hmm. Unknown.
You might want to remove all the other people from the turn order now. Clean up
Yeah,
some.
this This one is done.
Done,
This guy's
done, 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 done.
Combatant. Remove combatant.
We are currently on round 6. Your rage will last for 4 more turns.
Mm-hmm.
Looks over at you. So diplomacy doesn't work with you?
Are you looking to Vaughn?
Yep.
Vaughn just looks over to him at a ready stance. Diplomacy would work on me if there's a way to keep you from stopping this violence.
Unfortunately, good boy, I cannot do so.
May I ask why? All this needless death.
Needless to you, necessity for others. Some things are worth burning the world for.
And you believe that with your entire being. There's no convincing you otherwise?
Can
we all hear this?
Others.
Huh?
Can we all
yeah,
hear
we
this conversation?
I don't think you can hear it, Holston. You're pretty far away.
Yeah, Akira and Vaughn can hear this because
Okay.
the gibbering aberration is in your face.
Yeah.
And it's
That's-
gibbering.
that's-
Quite gibbery.
I'm more yeah, okay, I get that. I was just curious. Because Holston has thoughts about this conversation, but she can't hear anything.
Mm-hmm.
She won't say anything.
You hear a bunch of teeth gnashing. I think one might burp.
Looks over at Akira. Though your exploits are legendary, I need you to stop.
Oh, shit.
And
My wisdom save is so bad.
I think you need to make an intelligence save.
Oh, I only have advantage on intelligence checks. Fuck me. Okay. That's even worse. Hey, man.
Yeah.
Hey, luckily you still have that inspiration.
Not gonna help. Unless
Mm.
Olsen wants to give me her real.
No, because I'm about to shoot something, and I would like to make it work.
I would very much like to stay in the game, but it's fine. I'll get suggested out of here.
Okay. So that does not make it. As he
What? No.
lunges forward with a large amount of energy, striking at you what looks to be a Hydra's head, going
by the
past
way-
you. Yep.
For some reason, Jack of all trades isn't working. So I think that's supposed to be like a fucking. Oh, never mind. So I get hit with a Hydra, huh?
Hydra's head that seems to be purplish in nature. You're about to take a bunch of damage.
Yeah, thanks, Olsen.
And this is... Well...
else shares.
Is...
32.
Easy.
Great.
32 points of psychic damage.
Is it the guy that's doing this?
Yep.
Okay.
You spike my mind.
And I want to make sure that this is correct. On a failed save, target takes that many d6 of psychic damage and is incapacitated until the start of your next turn.
Yes, I
can't
believe
take
so.
So I cannot take reactions. Cool. Well, no parting inspiration can help now.
And that was his action.
I got
Don't
hit with a
have
single
many-
person fireball.
Yep. And he is going to wrap his sword around him and slice through the earth as he teleports. Into
can't counterspell
30
him.
feet. This one is not a spell.
Oh.
As he teleports there, hello, my dear. And that is his turn.
Hey,
Bartha!
I'm bleeding out my ears.
Needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
He does have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh fuck! I gotta do that too.
Well, you're already incapacitated, so.
Well, that's until the start of my turn.
Start of his turn.
Start of his next turn, yeah.
His turn.
Bum, 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 bum. He is going to... What are you going to do, Bartha? What can you do?
Did he make the save?
No, I forgot to do that. He has a wisdom saving throw. He has a +7.
Well, as a cleric, I would hope so.
Yep. 1d20 plus 7. 15. That just doesn't make it.
Ah, fuck.
So he has to do one of these three things. I have to roll a 1d8. Who wants to roll a 1d8?
Go on, Holson.
Oh.
You there? Oh,
Yeah, I'm here. I had it like 1.
He is stunned until the end of the end of the turn.
Okay.
Until the end of the turn, he is stunned.
So the round or this current turn?
It says turn.
Alright. So at least he's not going to get advantage advantage check.
Yeah, it's just he skips his turn.
Yep. So he can't do shit. Why no? Before why no now? This man is going to strike the ever-living shit out of her. Potentially. Using a legendary action. Let us see. What is your +8?
Rather,
9. That is
that one.
that one. So. Whew.
Ouch.
That is unfortunate. So 3d8. Oh. Okay. So he does that to himself.
Oof.
Oof, indeed.
Personally, what I imagine is he strikes through one of the clones, right? But instead of there just happens to be a bit of like stone or debris that reverberates, like that reflects the sword back into him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he takes 31 damage, so we got that going for us.
Sorry. You see a large impact to this individual as large blowback from his sword. But it seems like he is almost ethereal in focus. As he seemed to take some of that blowback, but not fully.
31 halved would have been 15.
I know, but he had 10 hit points left. So he just burned through those hit points.
That's that necrotic attack, right?
No, this was a fire attack. So yeah, that's his legendary action. Unfortunate. Okay, so Winona, not liking any of this. It's gonna move around. Do you wonder something? Just for my own edification, I've forgotten. But did the aberration use his...
It hasn't had the opportunity yet.
Okay. So she's not going to blow that. For something. So instead, she's going to use her class feature. As she lets loose a sword from her side and starts to play a song. As the sword flies through the air, it stops midway and begins to strike using Performance of Creation. Animating a longsword. And it must pierce surface liquid. Let's see, I'm trying to figure this out. Performance of Creation. I think it just has the ability to hit.
I have no idea.
Animating performance, okay.
But I think I'm going to have to call it at the top of the next round. It is late.
Yeah, so I think we should end it. Yeah, it is past that time. So we'll pick up on Winona's turn. How about that? Everybody okay with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's fun.
But-
We still got a lot of fight ahead of us.
Yeah, quite a bit of fight
Yeah.
left.
Mm-hmm.